In a complex and uncompromising universe where daily demands often intertwine with intense emotional challenges, it's common to feel overwhelmed. Anxiety and depression, subtle scourges that afflict countless souls worldwide, not only dampen enthusiasm and drive but also obscure our true human essence. However, when confronted with the depths of these situations, it's Stoic wisdom that offers us a haven of resilience and insight. The enlightened Stoic masters of their time left behind a trove of lessons that transcend eras, gifting us not only with tools to endure, but also to thrive in the face of adversity. This material aims to delve into 5 tactics grounded in Stoic foundations, tactics that can illuminate the path to overcoming anxiety and depression. We invite you, dear viewer, to immerse yourself in each lesson of this material and apply them promptly, feeling embraced in this odyssey of introspection and tenacity with us. Here we empower ourselves to bravely navigate emotional currents just like the great Stoics did. We value and recognize that you possess the innate ability to overcome inner turmoil and attain peace, even in the harshest circumstances. Now is the time to wholeheartedly embrace Stoicism and thereby build a life filled with purpose, harmony, and inner strength. Share with someone you believe needs this material. So, don't hesitate to enjoy and join us by subscribing to our channel. Recognition of the uncontrollable. The Stoics urge us to focus our attention solely on what's within our control. Often, anxiety and depression are tied to concerns about the future or regrets of the past. Understanding that we don't have dominion over such nuances assists in mitigating anxiety by centering ourselves in the present and on what we can influence. Identification of personal domain. Initially, it's crucial to discern what you can effectively influence in your journey. For instance, your actions, attitudes, principles, and decisions are under your control. Realize that you don't have power over others' actions, weather conditions, economic scenarios, or past events. This insight directs your energy towards areas where you can make an impact. Detachment from the untamable. After distinguishing what's beyond your control, cultivate the art of detachment. This means accepting that certain events and realities exceed your sphere of influence and don't warrant emotional strain. Such an attitude doesn't suggest apathy, but rather acceptance of reality. Centering in the present moment. Anxiety often springs from anticipating the future, while depression may be tied to past sorrows or regrets. Focus on the present, the here and now. Only the present is truly within your grasp, and finding purpose and satisfaction in the current moment can be a salve for such emotional states. Extraction of Stoic lessons. The Stoics often used a method called premeditation of adversities to manage anxiety. They'd foresee potential setbacks and contemplate how they'd virtuously react. Such preparation enabled them to handle unforeseen challenges calmly, confident they were doing their utmost, regardless of the outcome. Cultivation of self-discipline. Stoics emphasize the importance of self-discipline and self-management. By recognizing what's within your grasp, you can strive to develop the discipline needed to guide your actions and responses more thoughtfully and honorably. In essence, accepting what's beyond your control as proposed by the Stoics can be an effective tool against anxiety and depression. By embracing this viewpoint, you rid yourself of the burden of fruitless worries and direct your energy towards actions and attitudes that can enrich your present. This doesn't imply that such challenges will instantly vanish, but you'll be better equipped to face them with balance and insight. Intrepidity is one of the 4 cardinal virtues of Stoicism, alongside wisdom, justice, and temperance. It plays a pivotal role in Stoic philosophy, especially when dealing with emotional challenges like anxiety and depression. Here are some fundamental pillars for cultivating courage in this light. Acknowledgement of inherent fragility. Courage starts with recognizing our vulnerability and the manifestation of anxiety and depression. Every human undergoes moments of emotional instability. Owning this fragility is the first step towards courage. Acceptance of feelings. Courage doesn't mean suppressing or denying emotions, but facing them fearlessly. This involves accepting feelings, even if they're unsettling. The The Stoics teach that it's natural to experience fear, melancholy, or restlessness in certain situations, and bravery lies in confronting such feelings without being dominated by them. Seeking help when appropriate. Being brave doesn't mean facing all adversities alone. In fact, it's a sign of courage to seek help when dealing with anxiety or depression. This might involve seeking a specialist, a physician, or the support of friends and loved ones. Virtuosity. For the Stoics, courage isn't solely about physical heroism but also moral bravery. This means acting in alignment with your beliefs and values, even when faced with emotional difficulties. Moral bravery involves virtuous decisions like fostering self-honesty, promoting genuineness, and aiming for personal growth. Mental preparation. The Stoics practiced mental training to enhance courage. This entails contemplating challenging situations and how you can virtuously respond. Anticipating barriers and considering how to act according to your values strengthens emotional courage. Tenacity and resilience. Courage also pertains to perseverance and resilience. Facing anxiety and depression can be a long and arduous journey, but courage motivates you to push through setbacks and remain steadfast in the pursuit of emotional equilibrium. In summary, cultivating the virtue of courage within the Stoic context involves confronting anxiety and depression with authenticity, acceptance, and virtuous action. Recognizing your vulnerability and seeking help when needed are signs of courage, and acting in harmony with your beliefs and values is a key element of this process. Courage won't completely eradicate such emotional challenges, but aids in addressing them more resiliently and honorably. If you're looking to take your journey a step further, I recommend The Path of the Prosperous Stoic, an inspiring ebook that will unlock your prosperity and abundance. Link in the pinned comment. While mindfulness isn't inherently linked to Stoicism, it can be blended with this philosophy in a supplementary manner. Mindfulness has its roots in Buddhist traditions, yet many contemporary philosophers and psychologists recognize its benefits in promoting emotional balance. Here are ways to apply mindfulness within a Stoic view to combat anxiety and depression. Welcoming emotions. Mindfulness also advocates for welcoming emotions without biases. When facing anxiety or depression, instead of resisting these emotions, practice receptivity. Recognize them as part of the human experience and allow them to manifest without trying to suppress them. Observation of thoughts and feelings. Mindfulness encourages objective observation of thoughts and feelings as they arise. This resembles the Stoic practice of examining and questioning one's thoughts. By observing your emotions and thoughts impartially, you can gain a deeper understanding of them and learn not to fully identify with them. Stress reduction. Mindfulness is renowned for its ability to reduce stress, beneficial for those dealing with anxiety and depression. Regular mindfulness practice can mitigate the activation of the sympathetic nervous system linked to stress and foster the activation of the parasympathetic nervous system tied to calmness. Development of emotional resilience. Both mindfulness and Stoicism can aid in developing emotional resilience. By fostering the ability to remain calm and centered in the face of emotional challenges, you equip yourself to tackle anxiety and depression with balance and discernment. Though mindfulness is a standalone technique, its fusion with Stoic principles can be beneficial. It offers practical tools to experience the present moment, embrace emotions, and gain a deeper understanding of oneself. Remember that mindfulness is a skill and, like any skill, requires regular practice for proficiency. As you blend it with Stoic teachings, you pave a path towards enhanced emotional balance and well-being.